Today, I am Tanya Jackson with Fox News 650. Today, we will introduce the studies performed on the outbreak of malaria in Lagos, Nigeria. Research has revealed that malaria is one of the world's most common and most deadly parasitic diseases. Our team has created the Life Shield, a device that will alter the negative outcomes against malaria. Life Shield is a malaria blocking device in the form of a band to be worn on the wrist, around the ankle. The band will stretch so it will be a one size fit all and could potentially grow with the consumer. The band is meant to be worn at night when the wearer is asleep, as this is the time that the wearer is more vulnerable to mosquito attacks. However, it is still safe to move around while wearing the band. The primary target market for Life Shield is children aged 5 and younger, as well as pregnant women. In Nigeria, we intend to market Life Shield to specialists, donors, hospitals, and alternative healthcare facilities, as well as the Nigerian government. Life Shield will gain support as it is very cost effective for the Nigerian government. A partnership with healthcare professionals, hospitals, and alternative healthcare facilities will expand awareness of Life Shield to the public. Life Shield will be affordable and accessible. Localizing will keep the cost down, as this will also contribute to the economy in Nigeria. Now we'll turn this over to Jasmine. She will discuss the situation analysis.
Thank you, Tanya, and hello everyone who is watching our special broadcast through Fox News. My name is Jasmine Gray, and I am the Executive of Product Development, and I will be telling you all you need to know about the product of Life Shield, our business, and our situation analysis. And before we get into the product, I would love to tell you about our mission statement. We are determined to end deaths caused by the malaria disease. We're helping by developing the safest product that delivers long-lasting protection from mosquitoes to improve the health of people and the communities that we serve. Now let's talk about our innovative new product. Life Shield is a malaria blocking device in the form of a band to be worn around the wrist or the ankle. An on and off switch on the band, it will activate a low powered laser beam that will surround the entire body of the wearer. This laser beam will not be harmful to humans, and it will be invisible to the naked eye. But it will protect the wearer from mosquitoes that may be carrying the malaria disease. The band will stretch so that it will be a one size fits all, and it will be able to grow with the wearer. The band is meant to be worn mostly at night when the wearer is asleep, and this is the time that consumers are most vulnerable to mosquito attacks. However, it is still safe to move around with it on. Now, the battery will last for at least a year as long as it's turned off when it is not in use. Our value proposition is to stop malaria. We want the people that we serve to rest safe, and we want their families to rest assured that their loved ones won't be contracting the malaria disease as they sleep. The Lagos, Nigeria community, who are so plagued by mosquitoes carrying the malaria disease, who are dissatisfied with hard to use nets and mosquito sprays, much like we see in the industry currently. Our product is easy to use, lightweight, and convenient. Now let's talk about our SWOT analysis, first starting off with our strengths. Life Shield is an innovative medical device that provides a level of security that is not currently seen in the market. It is the only product in the market that provides a high-tech solution, such as itself, to protect against the malaria disease. And this technology we do have patented, which is another strength of ours, so that other knockoff products cannot come into the market and try to steal our market share. And unlike its competitors, Life Shield has a variety of features that includes it being both user-friendly and convenient. In addition to it being foolproof, it is also extremely durable, and this is something that also the competitors are not able to do currently. Our two weaknesses are the need for reliance on government and investors and low brand awareness. Now, low brand awareness is something that all companies face because they are new. No one knows who they are. So that's something that we will continue to work on throughout our growth. Now, the need for reliance on government and investors. Since malaria plagues a number of underdeveloped countries, it will be a challenge to provide our product to the public. We will be heavily dependent on government and donors, and we will need to gain their support. The government will help influence the public and promote awareness of our product while allowing availability. And donors and investors will provide us with the capital and with the funding needed in order to give our product to the public at a lower price. Opportunities, and we have quite a few opportunities. The first being participating within a market with a widespread need. The need for Life Shield is extremely high. According to the CDC, malaria occurs in more than 100 countries, with about half of the world population at risk. And since malaria is such a widespread disease, it allows Life Shield the opportunity to venture to other geographical locations and expand its market share. And that's touching on our second point. Places like Southeast Asia, although not nearly as affected as places in Africa, as countries in Africa, but we still can definitely benefit from entering into those markets and providing our product to those consumers as well. Next being target other diseases caused by mosquitoes, example like the West Nile virus, which is seen in the United States, and also the yellow fever, which is seen in South America and also parts of Africa. Mosquitoes often transfer other viral and pesticidic diseases, as I mentioned, yellow fever and West Nile virus, but there are a number of other diseases that they can carry, and there's also illnesses. And so there's potential for us to target these different illnesses and diseases and provide our product to the consumers who need protection from those as well. And on to the threats. Our largest threat is the widespread availability of the malaria vaccine or the eradication of the disease altogether. This will tremendously decrease the need for a product like Life Shield in the future. Another threat that we see is government regulations. We are targeting markets that are in undeveloped countries. The government will have a large hold on what is available to the public. Another way that government regulations can really affect our business is if there are frequent changes in regulation or laws or even requirements that we have to provide to the government. This is something that will definitely prove to be very costly in the very early stages of our company as we are trying to grow. And lastly, the critical issues. The first being government acceptance. As I just mentioned, in third world countries, government play a large role into what is available to the public. And so we will be spending most of our time, especially in the early stages, building those relationships with the Nigerian government and getting that acceptance from them and showing how great this product can be for the public. And lastly, as I touched on, brand awareness is definitely an issue for us being a new company. And this is why we are hosting broadcasts such as what we are doing today with Fox News in order to generate awareness for our product and its benefits to our customers and communities that need it the most. And now I'd like to turn it over to Brittany and see what exciting information she has in store for us.
Good afternoon, class. My name is DeAndrea Bowie, and I am the Chief Financial Officer of our company, Life Shield, and I will explain to you the break-even analysis and the scenarios. Has anyone ever been bitten by a mosquito before? The answer should be yes, everyone has been bitten by a mosquito. Malaria is the largest killer of children in Africa. Malaria kills one child every 30 seconds, which equates to about 3,000 children every day. Children from birth to age 5 years old and have a 40% chance of being infected with malaria. Children under the age of 5 have immune systems that are not fully developed, which make them more susceptible to contract disease. If the mother contracts the disease and passing it to her unborn child, the baby can have low birth weight, hyperclampsia, liver, and premature, and could possibly die from that. Families should invest in their health through LifeShield because malaria is the highest killer life-threatening disease caused by parasites. The cost of our product to make LifeShield is between $6 to $10. The reason why we targeted it at that price, we want to make sure LifeShield is affordable and accessible so that lower rural areas, they'll be able to afford that, and we're working with the Nigeria government. We're also using recyclable items to create production costs to make it lower. When you use recyclable items, that should cut the costs. The cost of There are other companies out there that are fighting and make meds as well to help fight against malaria, such as GlaxoSmithKline, Amicio, Mazzani. We chose Mazzani because Mazzani has led the industry into an innovative development. Their products range from sprays, wall paints, and methods of combating malaria. And they have repellent clips onto clothing. Now we'll be discussing the break-even analysis. The break-even analysis is divided by the fixed cost. The break-even analysis is divided by the fixed cost, which is divided by 2, which gave us the amount of 100,000. 100,000 is divided by that number, which gave us 200,000 units. And we're selling the product for between 50 cents to 75 cents. And on slide 2 is the sales forecast. The sales forecast is the number that we came up with, which was, now on to the sales forecast. The sales forecast shows you the number over the years. Our number we were selling is 200,000. In 2012, you see in the blue area is about 10,000. And then the orange, you see where it goes up. As you can see, the blue area represents 2012, the orange area represents 2013, the gray 14, and the yellow 2015. That shows you the area of how our numbers grew over the years. Now on to the LifeShield. In 2012, we bring 13,000, Series 2, $1,405. 2013 was 200,000, 2,500. 2014 was 100,000, 14, and then it went up to 15. 2015 was 170,000, 190,000, and that's how we got to 200,000. Now turn it over to Peter.
My name is Brandon Jordan, and I am the Chief Marketing Officer of LifeShield. And today I will be discussing our implementation plan, control plan, organizational structure, and contingency plan. We feel like we've done a great job analyzing our target market, target country, potential competitors, and have developed an implementation plan that will hopefully make our dreams and vision a success. Our implementation plan will begin in December of 2015 and end in November of 2016. In December of 15, we will develop and design the LifeShield product. In January of 16, we will validate and test the product. In February of 16, we will evaluate the results and make corrections if necessary. We also will begin building the LifeShield brand. In March of 16, we will develop website and social media strategies and develop and train a support team. In April of 16, we will launch the website and social media pages and test and evaluate the reconfigured product. In May of 16, we will introduce LifeShield to the Nigerian government and explain why it is beneficial for them. In June of 2016, we will provide free samples to Nigerian population so that they can test the effectiveness of the product. In July of 16, we will review the feedback and finalize the deal with the Nigerian government. In August of 16, we will launch LifeShield in Nigeria. In September of 16, we will review the initial launch data and results, pitch LifeShield and Nigerian results to our next target country. In October of 16, we will provide new samples to the new target country so that they can test the effectiveness of the product. And in November of 16, we will review strategies, goals, and plans and adjust as necessary. And if everything is up to schedule, we will launch LifeShield in our new target country. In order to chart our progress along the schedule of implementation, we obviously will need to set benchmarks to measure our progress. We have chosen to use a balanced scorecard to measure our progress. The balanced scorecard is a strategic planning and management system that is used to align business activities to the vision and strategy of the organization. The balanced scorecard suggests that we view the organization from 4 perspectives and to develop metrics, collect data, and analyze it relative to each of these perspectives. The first perspective is a learning and growth perspective. This perspective includes employee training and corporate cultural attitudes related to both individual and corporate self-improvement. In a knowledge worker organization, people, the only repository of knowledge, are the main resource. In the current climate of rapid technological change, it is becoming necessary for knowledge workers to be in continuous learning mode. Metrics can be put into place to guide managers in focusing training funds where they can help the most. The next perspective is the business process perspective. This perspective refers to internal business processes. Metrics based on this perspective allow managers to know how well their business is being run and whether its products or services meet the customer's requirement. These metrics can carefully be designed by those who know these processes most intimately. With our unique missions, these are not something that can be developed by outside consultants. The customer's perspective. Recent management philosophy has shown an increase in realization of the importance of customer focus and customer satisfaction in any business. These are leading indicators. If customers are not satisfied, they will eventually find other suppliers that will meet their needs. Poor performance from this perspective is thus a leading indicator of future decline, even though the current financial picture may look good. In developing metrics for this, customers should be questioned, surveyed to see if companies are meeting the expectations and also what they can do better. And last but not least is the financial perspective. Timely and accurate funding data will always be a priority, and managers will do whatever is necessary to provide it. In fact, often there is more than enough handling and process with the financial data. With the implementation of a corporate database, it is hoped that more of the processing can be centralized and automated. But the point is that the current emphasis on financials needs to be unbalanced. And last but not least, there is perhaps a need to include additional funding-related data, such as risk assessments and the cost-benefit data in this category. Tanya Jackson is the Chief Executive Officer. She is responsible for establishing the company's goals and strategies and presiding over the entire workforce. She will oversee budget and ensure that resources are properly allocated. She will also ensure departments meet individual goals, and last but not least, she is responsible for the overall accountability to the shareholders and general public. Jasmine Gray is the Director of Product Development. The Director of Product Development is responsible for leading the organization in research for new products, product enhancements, and product redesign. She will evaluate the potential and productivity of products in development and relies on extensive experience and judgment to plan and accomplish these goals. Brittany Dixon is the Chief Communications Officer. She is responsible for the public relation aspect within an organization. She will build and sustain the company's reputation for quality, reliability, and customer satisfaction. She will also write and deliver press releases. Peter Aurora is the Director of Research and Development. He will direct and implement the organization's research and development policies, objectives, and initiatives. He also will ensure that research and development activities will maintain the organization's competitive position and profitability. DeAndre Bowie is the Chief Financial Officer. The CFO is responsible for directing the fiscal functions of the corporation in accordance with the generally accepted accounting principles issued by the Financial Accounting Standards Board. She is also in charge of making sure that all the money is allocated to where it needs to go and make sure that we are ultimately making a profit. And Brandon Jordan is the Chief Marketing Officer. I'm responsible for overseeing marketing initiatives within the organization. I'll also work to develop areas such as sales management and product development, distribution marketing channels, marketing communications, including advertising and promotions, pricing, market research, and customer service. Last but not least, I will be explaining to you our contingency plan. We'll be using an 8-step problem-solving model to fix any plan that arises during the implementation process. This 8-step model is broken up into 4 sections: the plan section, the do section, the check section, and the act section. The first step of this problem-solving model is to clarify the problem. We're going to clarify the problem and then really break down the problem. Find out why it is a problem. Then you're going to set a target. Then you're going to analyze the root cause of the problem and then move to the do section. In the do section, we will develop countermeasures to try to figure out what will stop the problem moving forward. Then we will implement those countermeasures, and hopefully some of those work. And in the check section, we will evaluate the results and processes and see what worked and what didn't work. And then ultimately, in the act section, we will standardize the successful improvements and implement those, and ultimately, hopefully, they make our business sustainable. We believe that this plan will correct any problems that we come across. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
We are Life Shield, and I am Tanya Jackson, Chief Executive Officer.
I am Jasmine Gray, Executive of Product Development.
I am Brittany Dixon, Chief of Communications.
I'm Peter Arolo, Director of Research and Development.
I am DeAndrea Bowie, Chief Financial Officer.
And I am Brandon Jordan, Chief Marketing Officer.
Thank you for watching.